too hard here. We'll see what Dreamer does about this. Obviously, Faust. Oh, wow! Yeah, trying to anti-her. JH still quite the menace.
Immediately forcing the burst out, though. Yeah. But you do get to full screen, which does give pandabetic an opportunity to at least get some setup going, right?
pandabetic missing the air throw was pretty huge here. That's a nice burst. Oh, actually catches. Really good situation here for Dreamer. Hasn't really spent too much meter yet either. Very nice confirm.
Dreamer is just
FRC
running a train this first round. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, things did not start off well when we tried to challenge the May jump in the wrong spot. I mean, Faust 2K, pretty good in some spots, but doesn't really have like the crazy 6P upper body that you need and the right timing sometimes against May's jump. And almost very nice. Yeah, TK arrested FRC.
Stuck in the corner again. We're seeing a couple of mix-up attempts. We're going for super jump. We went for a couple of dive kicks.
Really?
But Dreamer is just so on point. Yeah, get me out of here, please.
Yeah, so frame trap from Sweepin and Hoop is not something I'm used to seeing. Bit of a missed air throw opportunity there again, and Dreamer gets a knockdown. Yeah, try and be cheeky with the bomb explosion. There it is again. Yeah, we're seeing the FB Dolphin put so much work. Tries the FB of his own, but not going to work out. May just a little bit slippery. Dreamer doing a really good job of just not really staying very slow, just trying to be mobile, trying to make sure it's hard for pandabetic to figure out what he's going to do next. And that's certainly working so far.
It's interesting looking at the way the tempo of that game went because you sort of expect, to your point of May being a bit of a struggle character, that pandabetic is going to get to dictate some of the tempo. But in practice, Dreamer was just so aggressive and so good at staying glued to pandabetic that the onus is now on pandabetic to figure out, how do I get the tempo out of Dreamer's hands?
It's a rare 2H burst bait from Dreamer. Gonna try and finish it off. Doesn't land the rested, but will probably take this round here. I fail to see how Dreamer's gonna let his whole HP bar get depleted here. This is a start, but not too far for the back grab.
And you're back to the neutral, which is bad for Panda in this situation. Needed to hold that pressure.
That's not the item toss that we were looking for here. You're not ElvenShadow, unfortunately. Getting the food drop at the last moment. Like, if Alvin was playing, he would have gotten mirrors. That's all I'm saying, you know?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Bro, that dude, he combos meteors into meteors as a bread and butter.
Okay. Yeah. Sweep does have a lot of recovery. Kind of pretty tempting to use Sweep in this matchup. It goes under far flat, so... Oh!
Great catch with the 5D there.
He set Sweep here. A lot of damage. Faust is pretty big, so you get a pretty easy time doing these corner routes. Restive, not going to catch anything, but very hard to punish that move.
Yeah, I'm not interacting with this. Get me out of here.
3K.
Does give pandabetic some space to work with, but Dreamer is really good at pushing him into the corner. Already
very
stuck
nice,
there again.
Yeah, I don't think that was unblockable, but you can set that up to be unblockable with the super flash from the Dolphin Hoop. Yeah, unfortunately, again, another bad item roll for Faust here. pandabetic gets another roll. Okay, that one's a little bit better.
And mini Robo-Ky trying his best with the assist, but Dreamer a little bit too powerful in the end as Robo-Ky runs off the screen.
Yeah, Dreamer definitely just trying to, Zappa's, it's kind of polar opposites here because Zappa, on average, is pretty low damage, just kind of playing the long game, right? Building up orbs, whittling down the opponents. You have a bit of inconsistencies. On the other hand, A.B.A, character basically trying to kill you in one combo. You're going to have to be careful, though. The one nice thing about Zappa is he's pretty good at getting hard knockdowns from certain moves. This far slash, you're going to see Gatchaman abuse a lot. And yeah, good burst here to avoid the key. You don't want to give A.B.A any chance to start. So we have Ghost here. Yep, hard knockdown. Uh-oh.
You talked about that whittling down game.
Yeah.
One thing I'm going to be looking for is how does Gatcha play the rush down to prevent Maroha mode from being on the table? Because typically, depending on your summon, you're not necessarily a rush down character.
That was a pretty awkward crossing the corner. Can we shake out of this? Get throw, reset, yep. That is a throw, so not too much damage. Dog is useful here, yep.
Being respectful.
Gets another dog.
Just holding that mid-screen. We're scared of the dog. Good RNG there for Gatchaman, but still not able to get
you can just kind of camp. It's awkward, though, because you don't have sweep any... well, I mean, you do, but like it's kind of awkward with the dog, but... Not that you don't, really, but...
Still holding on. The dog is gone. That's going to be a really good boon for ExoticJamm. But forcing to chase down, it's so hard
Sword
to
is kind of scary in this situation because A.B.A, if she's really mobile in Morehound mode, and yeah, if you get caught out like that, not quite dead. There's a burst on the table for Gatchaman. Has to key out, though. So, oh, yeah, the dust was absorbed. We're going to get Centipede here. Yep. Rough spot now for A.B.A. Yep, that's a high. Messes up the pressure string, though.
Do you gamble on trying to pull out a blood pack here? This is a really scary situation and runs out of time to make a decision.
I think ExoticJamm would have gone for that if they had the opportunity, but dog closing down is pretty good here. Immediately chooses a summon, doesn't want to play normal mode versus regular A.B.A. That's a bit surprising to me. Does get knocked down, so this is tough here. If he can combo into sweep, that is a knockdown.
Yes, it is. Spending that entire meter, that's really bad, and you've got to get out of Miroha mode somehow here.
Yeah, Goku. Here comes. Anti-air. Takes a burst. Doesn't punish. Oh, no.
Fantastic read from Gatchaman.
The sword's out. Okay. Yeah, Danzai. Oh, no. You cannot burst there.
Great read from both sides on these boats. It's down to the wire. We still have 50% of the meter, but it is going away.
Remember, when you do actions in Miroha and Goku, you lose health. So if you weren't paying attention, like, ExoticJamm was actually, had a decent amount of health, but through the act of just playing A.B.A., you get low enough, and the idea is you're going to make it back when you exit with either key or blood pack or something. But if you mess up your combo, you get hugely punished.
I love the little bit of adaptation there.
Yeah! Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Yeah, a little bit slow. Zappa's IK, it is sort of like a command grab. It is throw swords, but it is a little slow, if I recall. Or maybe it's just the install mode animation for Zappa.
I respect the attempt.
Yeah, it's definitely something you're supposed to do. And, like, I mean, hey, Gatchaman might still win this round despite whiffing. You're going to get Raul next. I mean, you don't have a way to exit, so you're going to need to get hit manually because we don't have FB Centipede.
I don't know if we're even going to get to zero. It might just end here.
It's going to be over. Wait a minute.
Wait. Are we going to see it? Come on, for the fans.
No!
Come on.
I was gonna say, it's actually, that's a very tough spot for Gatchaman in theory because once you IK, you have no access to FD.
Right.
And he was in sword, which he can't exit out of, which means he doesn't really have a real DP. The 623H is not like a true DP. So there was a line where A.B.A. gets to just basically do an infinite block string and then the one-touch kill. Gatchaman, we didn't get to see it. I was kind of excited to see that. Maybe have again. So Gatchaman trying to walk forward to like get the jump into whip or something, and then is actually just getting crossed up. Reset overhead gets mashed out though. Very smart. Blocks Goku, but it's plus.
In a pretty good spot here. Gatchaman has been really good at waiting this out. That has been the name of the game. Just stalling, getting those key knockdowns. You can see ExoticJamm also shaking their head, recognizing the import of getting tripped there.
Yeah.
And yeah, you have to back out again.
He's gonna go for the kill. Nice. Okay. So ExoticJamm gets a pretty crucial round here as Gatchaman still on tournament point. It's mainly just been giving ExoticJamm a tough time, but ExoticJamm kind of hanging himself a lot, dropping a lot of crucial conversions. This is just not a character we can afford to make that many mistakes. But you actually have a lot of opportunities though, because again, Zappa not really doing that much damage here. Like we've hit ExoticJamm like 4 or 5 times now.
And ExoticJamm just cannot figure out how to open up Gatchaman. When you do
get
in, of course, not in Miroha mode, so you are a little bit weaker, but when they get in, they haven't been able to convert it.
Here's the blood pack. Here comes, gets anti-aired again. Gatchaman's still ready for that. He gets hit by the dog conversion, but the corner messes up. Reset overhead though, but the corner makes the dog kind of awkward to use. Yeah, the dog's down now. Dashing Rekka. Still in this, but what an air throw from Gatchaman. Had been missing those earlier in the match, but gets the clutch one to finish off the set. So good stuff to Gatchaman.
I'm so impressed with Gatchaman's ability to play around.
Like, see this guy on Discord all the time, but
the thing I love so much about Testament in this game
is T5.
Is that this character could not exist in a modern fighting game.
Yeah.
If you put this character in a modern fighting game, the entire player base quits that day.
Yeah, no, quite the character. This is going to be interesting. Very nice lead back, though. This is T5 versus T2 Brown, so this is a very high-level match here. Both of these players are players that you would predict to get very far in this bracket. Yeah, gets the auto dizzy. Of course, T5 is going to master that. A lot of damage here from this charge 6P starter. Not enough to kill, maybe. Oh, with meter? I don't think so. Yeah, surprised with the guts crash, but
pretty good statement for a first round.
Yeah, that is okay. Yeah, my bad. Spoke too soon, but a lot of guts crush there with 2 and 4, and then 5H DP. Black beat again.
we got to see TSD during pools earlier, and one thing that was notable to me was the willingness to use a lot of different belligerent buttons. I mean, you're playing Kliff. This character's belligerent.
Yeah, I mean, T5 definitely like the Kliff player in America. That is he also in this bracket, who has had some great turnouts. So not too surprising. And yeah, like you said, definitely a character with a lot of interesting tricks, and some of the buttons are just crazy on this character. So it's kind of par for the course, honestly, to see him press something wild that just hits. What a trait.
Yeah, you got to press your buttons. You got to use everything in your toolkit. That's exactly how TSD plays the character, which is forcing TJ Brown to make something happen.
Yet again, there's a black bead for that anti-air 2S. And Natal not going to work out here. Pressing for pressure. Oh! Even RC was ready to need to RC that. Nice conversion. Just trying for these pressure resets here. And actually just calls in the face. Not going to work out. Warrants from TJ Brown.
Ooh, gets away with the taunt setup there. That was a little bit risky. And now back in the corner with you. TSD keeps finding ways to reverse that. Forgot where the net was
with a lean back. Huge. T5 just one step ahead here. TJ Brown, if he can just get this Kliff character nailed down.
Oh, watch that skull.
Lean back!
Burst bait! The hero burst in the 11th hour, if you could even call it that at that point, is not enough. Great read, great punish.
Yeah, when a Testament's slight weaknesses is they don't have that much variation in their pressure strings, and it's pretty easy to find gaps in them. So T5 in that moment, with the FP skull going down, realizing that he needs to just use something like lean back to abuse that gap and close it out before it gets to be a problem. Very, very smart. Nice. IB air throw.
We love a good
lean back, but we're ready for it this time, but not the burst.
But forgot about that EXE tree though.
Yeah, so you see the OTG hit's pretty rare, but it does mess up the opponent's wake-up timing. The OTG timing is a little bit different, right? So I think TJ Brown just a little concerned about wake-up options versus Kliff. That lean back has been putting in a lot of work. Here's a tick throw.
Get over here. We love OTG combos. And another burst bait.
Yeah, no, not quite. Oh, wow, we just pressed close slash. I think T5 wanted that to be a little more plus. And actually, wow, makes T5 pay for that.
Yeah, turned it around very well. Still though, down the burst going into the second round, excuse me. Meanwhile, TSD has that resource advantage.
And TJ Brown blocking the fuzzy, the instant overhead, the double, whatever you want to call it. It's not really been working out. The Kliff JK. Oh.
TSD doing a little bit better with shutting down these net setups. Was struggling in the earlier rounds to keep track of where all of those nets were placed.
Yeah, he's just blocking the double every time. Conversion here, though. I guess T5 doesn't really mind if TJ Brown's blocking if that's all he's doing, right? TJ Brown on defense has not really been able to stop T5 from just kind of rolling all over his face, to be honest. Yep, he's trying to hit the net with JP.
But again, getting better at recognizing where those are. I think allocating more of the mental energy to focusing on that because you got caught out by it so much in game one.
Yep, instant overhead, but doesn't get convert off of the taunt.
Great throw.
We get a comp off of this here. No meter though for T5. Tries to catch in there with 5H. There's a jump in, but no conversion.
Oh, okay. Manages to get behind.
Ah, too low. Yeah. Oh no, back broken. Oh, T5 might be in trouble here. You can't really afford. Oh, the backwards dead angle, but TJ Brown wasn't ready for it, but the conversion for the net should be enough. All right, we have a set. It's 1-1.
And that's all it took. One reversal in the corner. It looked like it was TSD's game.
Yeah.
Just needed to get one more quick string. But good stuff to TJ Brown, finding the way to extricate themselves from that corner pressure, and then converted, didn't drop the combo.
Okay, the lead back with the double. Wow! Still worked out. TJ Brown, I think they were looking for a way to punish that lead back, but it's just a Kliff moment here. Unfortunate 6-8 unfortunate conversion didn't work out either, but 5 doesn't. Tense situation.
Okay.
Okay, there's a curse.
Love that usage of the curse because he's been a little bit predictable with getting rid of those nets now. TJ Brown is adapting, punishing that clearing of the zoning tools.
Yeah. FB doesn't work out. Went for the FB chop for the dizzy, but that's plus. Jumps out. Huge JS into a reset. That should be it, I think, right? We have enough. Yeah. The crazy setup for the just JS into land throw. Good fuzzy mash here from TJ Brown. Uh-oh. Watch the DOS. Conversion here for TJ Brown into the corner. We have a setup again. There's a lead back. Oh no, again, TJ Brown just cannot stop this lead back. Like, even with the wait and see strategy, they're just unable to tag Kliff. That is a big problem.
Good patience to get through the taunt setup, though.
Oh, the back break. Okay. Yep, T5 in trouble. No more defensive option for you unless you want to kill yourself. Like, going for more. Yep. Just going for more. Guts Crush, not enough to kill.
So
there's a net there still.
There's still a chance here. TSD needs to find that opening and isn't able to do it. The tree takes it.
The momentum kind of shifting towards TJ Brown here. That last round did not look great for T5 once T5 was forced to stop leaning back.
Forcing out the burst early as well. That's a big resource advantage for TJ Brown. Finds the opening. Very good at getting past those pressure strings. And now we're just looping. You're going to get stuck in the corner eventually.
Oh, no. Yeah, too light for the hard knockdown, but it kind of worked out. Master Puppet's Ender. We got a trap down there. Oh, what? Oh, there it is.
Just such a resource advantage from this point. TSD has to play perfectly.
Yeah, he just went all in for it. Oh, no! Chance here.
Wait a
T5.
second. Wait, we got the knockdown. Oh, but it's the throw to take it.
I think T5 was going for a throw there, empty throw to try and close it out. Boo. I see them doing the fist bump here, so it's going to be Millia versus Baiken.
Interesting. Okay, the Femme Fatales coming in full force here.
Yeah, we'll see how this one goes. Baiken does a lot of damage, so that is kind of one big difference between the two of these characters. But Millia having a comboable throw is pretty huge here, as guard cancels are quote-unquote vulnerable to or susceptible to the opponent just going for throws instead of strikes here. So nice anti-air, doesn't get a conversion. There's one here, yep, 25 meter to extend and knockdown.
Deft's doing a good job of holding space.
Yep.
Like right now we are up close, but was looking for exactly that. Does not let you get away completely for free from the corner because we know you want to jump air dash out.
Lands a sweep, just naked sweep. Wow, you're going to pay for this. Deft was hard reading TKO Zonson overhead to close it out or something. And JH, wow! Not enough.
What a catch.
Another one, out of resources, a 6P actually wins! Yeah, JH, pretty difficult normal to anti-air, but Deft's timing that well, and I think Tazrael kind of full sending those JHs kind of cost him a bit too much here.
So much happened in the last 5 seconds of that round. It could have gone either player's way. It ended up being Deft that takes the first one.
Yeah, so you see Deft here doing, whipping F disc sometimes at neutral, and then using H disc. That is just kind of like trying to get them to preemptively go in against a whipped S disc. Punch 6K though, you cannot throw that move. It's Deft certainly trying to do that there. So huge damage. Look at this damage. Like basic B&B from Baiken, and you might just die. All right, pin out. Needs to get the pin back, but I don't think Tazrael will let him do that. Nope, still doesn't get the pin. There it is.
Ooh.
So ready. Wow.
So ready. And
nice.
now on the verge of
is it high? Is it low?
Yep.
Nope, it's throw.
And that's why it works, right?
Yep.
Because you're thinking about that high-low mix. You're
definitely.
I mean,
we have not seen a single TKO Zonsen, but everything except that has been working against Deft, so you can tell it's definitely something to think about. Ooh, just I think this time the anti-air guard cancel a little bit. Every time you see a Baiken whiff like 2P or something like that, that's definitely an anti-air guard cancel attempt there. So again, another sweep. Huge.
Oh, burst bait.
Yeah, didn't have 25 meter though. Couldn't actually get more damage off of that. That's a little unfortunate.
He's able to use that mobility to get out of the corner. It's very hard for Baiken to really lock that down without a hard read.
A lot of damage here. One more. Hard knockdown. Deft has 50. Just gets hit again. The reset, no! Deft 2 ready with the throw. Was looking for the throw reset because that's what Tazrael has been really good at doing. 5H RC. I'm not sure if Deft was just looking for something very specific there, or just wanted to throw and messed it up. I don't know.
Deft on the back foot, though. Took that first round and has been kind of struggling ever since. And once again, it is the throws. Tazrael's recognizing, if you're going to keep blocking, I'm going to keep grabbing you.
So that's a Baiken mind game thing that happened there, which is you IAD at the opponent. You know Baiken can just anti-air your IAD normal with the guard cancel, so you try and go for an empty low, or sorry, an empty throw. And then Tazrael was one step ahead, said, I know that you're too afraid of this guard cancel to press. I know you're just going for the throw. I'll just throw you. Huge. Big counter hit here. You have to burst that.
Trying so hard to open Tazrael up. Finally gets the hit. It gives you some Oki, but doesn't get too much off of it. Just another pressure sequence that leads to nothing.
It's kind of scary because Baiken can always use K guard cancel in order to switch the situation. It's not a strike. She just moves around you. Yep, JD loops though with 25 meter. Wow, yet again.
This keeps being right.
Lost.
Have we seen that miss?
Oh, he chased down. Deft was ready for the attack. Yeah, so Baiken a little light, so you can actually tech from some of the situations, but I think Deft knew Baiken was going to be able to tech there. Using JSJK, I wonder if that just beats the Sakura. I'm not sure. Or just assuming that his opponent is not going to get those Sakuras out. Yep. So once again, the anti-air guard cancel hitting a little too high to hit Deft's approach. Yeah, again.
Oh, the cross
up. So if you guys are unfamiliar, that move that's coming out, that's the anti-air guard cancel from Baiken, but as you can see, it's hitting a little too late and a little too high, and Deft is actually using that to his advantage very well.
Deft's starting to wake back up here.
Yeah.
Pushing Tazrael into the corner, using the advanced movement tech that this character has to keep Tazrael guessing on what your next move is going to be.
Doesn't get a combo. There's another one. Try again. Here we go.
Oh,
very nice.
Hairpin has not been finding its mark very often.
Yeah, it's well, so the thing about hairpin in this matchup is if you throw the hairpin out, if all you're doing is extending your pressure off of the hairpin, if your pressure is too one-dimensional, you're just going to get guard canceled for it. So fighting against Baiken is always about kind of being unpredictable, and sometimes that pin can be part of what makes you predictable. Now, it isn't just an insanely good projectile, and I think Deft is just kind of throwing it out like that, but you can see he's really not trying to be obvious about how to extend his pressure from pin on block.
There have been several situations as well where that pin will just barely miss, and Tazrael will kind of wake up and go, okay, you're going to walk towards the pin and try to pick it up, of course.
There it is again.
Why don't I close that off and throw out a preemptive button to catch you walking in?
Oh, with a throw. Wow, a burst from the throw combo. Just did not want to deal with it. And that's a huge drop for Tazrael. This time, Sakura gets blocked. Nice. Wasn't sure if he could get punished, so Deft is going for the tick throw there. Very smart. That could be it. With Guts Crush here, yeah, doesn't even need it.
Waited out the FD very well there. Good timing, good punish.
Yeah, match point now for Deft. Round start 5H. Huge conversion. It doesn't hard knock down, unfortunately. And even from that low altitude, this is an opportunity.
Again, just abusing these Millia air dashes, and for good reason.
Deft just doing whatever he can to make sure these guard cancels do not work. Looks like he's very comfortable just playing the long game here. And a whiff Baku from Tazrael. Very unfortunate. That's going to cost Tazrael a lot.
Ooh, and you get a proper Oki setup in the corner. This is what you're talking about, that unpredictability, right? Making it so hard for Tazrael to know what's coming.
So ready. Camping the pin here. Baiken's a pretty annoying character to camp pin with, but run up 5H! The burst, not going to work out. Just panic throw.
Tazrael shaking their head after that one. Recognized how important that was. Starting to feel the pressure.
Yeah. It's not over, but throw will just do it here. It just gets hit,
Yep.
Unfortunate. I feel for Tazrael there because you could see there's just a lot of places they were struggling, but Deft just doing a really good job adjusting. So I'm sure they're just like talking about a lot of those flubs because between like there are a lot of these places where it's for her to try and deal with. We'll see. Hotta versus Izzy. Very excited to see this.
Yeah, it's always great to see Hotta. Also, I believe was at Frosty's last year and did extremely well.
Yeah, so you're seeing Kliff using normals to extend their hurt box in order to get that bomb to detonate a little early. Huge goal burst though.
It can be tricky though because if it's a little bit too far up the the disjointed hitbox of that sword, you can still get hit yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you usually are trying to get hit against the bomb. Like, the idea is you get hit, extending your hurt box, and then you recover faster, basically. You literally take the damage and you're down. Oh, no. The offense from Hotta. Yeah, so, you know, you might watch a lot of Justice and expect to just see a lot of keep away with the bomb, but Hotta is going to show you that this character has nasty offense, too. It is not just about keeping away. The bombs are often there for Hotta to make them pin down so that he can go in and mess you up. Yeah, very nice DP. It's not a true DP, but it has an FRC point. Yeah, you're dizzy.
Yeah, this
is
no.
Yeah, good shake-up. Yeah, good match.
Beautiful
from
match.
Izzy.
That's going to keep you alive in this game, but still in such a terrible spot. We're seeing rush down Justice in real time right now.
The wait from Hotta, very intelligent there, was waiting for either a dead angle input or a super or a lean back or something. So
yeah, sometimes it's more about the timing than the specific action. You know that they are likely to press some sort of button at that particular time, even if it's just like an A.B.A fast normal, right? Make sure that you cover yourself when you're that far ahead. Don't give Kliff the opportunity to start building momentum.
Immediate burst did not get punished for that, though. And Izzy will actually get a hit here. Okay. Burst of 2S, but wow! What a gunshot from Izzy. A lot of damage here. Yep, that's very plus.
Sets up taunt as well. Hotta does get hit.
Overhead, gets hit by the sweep conversion, though. Very nice from Izzy.
Not quite able to finish his food, but Hotta in a very bad spot on this first round of game number 2, and sure enough, Izzy does take it.
Yeah, Justice does not have an air dash or anything, so it's actually very mobile. Once you get Justice in the corner, that's definitely your place to just execute her. And we're seeing Izzy do that very well, goes for the double overhead. There's another one. JK just hits. GGACR just converts cleanly on Justice. Yeah, and look at that. Oh, no, it was actually even, looked like it was reading that, but all right, yeah, 2H again to extend.
Oh no, got ping-ponged a little bit there. And
yep.
Unfortunately, despite using all those resources to get in, ends up back in the corner. And once again, it is Hotta's rush down Justice pressure. It's going to make it really hard for Izzy to get out of this situation.
Oh, I'm not sure if Izzy like wanted to like FRC on that 2d6, but it's tough. It's very tough here. Yeah, that's what happens when the game gets a low. I mean, I think Izzy had a really good opportunity to try and close it out. So. But Hotta made a crazy comeback into just a billion damage, so.
I love that double instant super jumps there. Reading each other's mind, ends up pretty net neutral. Izzy does get pushed back out though, so that's a significant advantage towards Hotta.
Oh, gold burst again.
Oh, I like it. Aggression.
Yeah, I mean, gold burst, very nice. Getting a lot of meter is, JH actually hits. No, doesn't fully convert. Air throw though.
That's been a struggle the whole match. Cannot get big conversions.
Cashing out. This is a lot of damage. Yeah, you're dead. Very nice. And Izzy tying it up. The crowd rooting, looking for Izzy to try and like defend their continent.
The home soil, yeah.
Yeah, Hotta definitely coming here on a mission from Japan, trying to prove he's the best.
You can see the tournament nerves from Izzy right now. So much pressure to overtake Hotta. You've got the crowd behind you, which always helps. But it's Hotta.
Yeah, I mean, it's very complicated to approach, so I think it makes sense that Izzy is taking her time to think a lot here because there's a lot going on, especially when it comes down to the zoning game and the situation with, like, you know, 2H to extend you get hit, but then you have to know how to play that situation afterwards. But one thing I will really commend Izzy on is her ability to use meter in this has been really incredible. Almost every win, she has capitalized off of like how much meter she has in order to cash out lots of damage and really just shut the doors on Hotta before he has a chance to adjust.
Well, let's see what kind of adaptations Hotta can bring. I feel like
huge!
I feel like so much of this has been Hotta hoping for Izzy to mess up on the nuke pressure.
The media is good enough. Didn't get an instant block. That's a lot of guard bar, though. You have to be careful. Yeah, the bomb here, you're going to have to deal. Here comes Hotta. Doesn't find it.
Pressed into the corner. This is where Hotta thrives.
Yes. Oh, blocks overhead. There's another one, though.
Finds the narrow path through, but finally
so much
gets
damage.
hit.
He doesn't have enough meter, though. Oh, no, what?
Still alive. Wait! We take those. It is not over yet. Izzy has an opportunity, pushing Hotta back. Hotta running for his life, but cannot escape.
Here we go. Up the taunts. If it's an overhead again, yeah, you have to guess low, higher low. There's the empty throw. Should be enough, I think, with... oh, what?
What happened? The misinputs.
I don't know.
The tournament
There's
pressure.
no way. Is Hotta bringing this back? No one has meter. Oh! Counter hit confirmed from Hotta. That was the craziest, craziest round.
That was so spaghetti. Izzy had the opportunity to bring that back, and unfortunately just dropped the pressure in the corner.
Yeah. Here comes the, oh! Yep, has to do that, but I think it, not sure why that one knocked back.
Oh no. So that's the challenge. When you do get it slightly wrong on trying to pressure those nukes, you get ping-ponged right into Hotta's loving arms.
Izzy trying to get a chase down, gets the air throw. Going in, empty throw, back to the corner. We had a conversion off of this.
Okay, can you finish your food this time, Izzy? This is the same situation we were in before.
Overhead.
And once again, Hotta finds the way out, gets aggressive with the mix-up. That should be it. Yes, it is Hotta moving on winner's side.
Yeah, crazy W from Hotta. Hotta, though, looking kind of shaken about that. That was a win, but...
yeah, that was just for the warm-up, so...
All right, here we go. They got Benfish Robo-Ky on the left here versus ElvenShadow. Yeah, I think I've definitely commentated Benfish playing at a beach episode or something, so I apologize if you're watching the VOD, man. All right. Wow, that fight came in the wrong direction entirely. So.
Now, ElvenShadow loves a good item or two, so Benfish is going to have to really think about how much do I try to build my own meter and how much do I try to prevent ElvenShadow from getting those item setups.
Yeah. ElvenShadow on the offensive here. There's another bomb. Nice. RC off of S teleport. There's a little mini
Faust?
Yep.
What are we going to do with it?
5K trades with the JH. Kind of, yeah. ElvenShadow in just quite the position to not really mind trades or anything.
Just a step ahead that round. In a good, comfortable spot. Played to that comfort, got a couple of good item pools, and made it very difficult for Ben to navigate the scenario. Yeah,
Robo-Ky doesn't have very many long-range options. You see that his game plan is basically missiles or run at them. So, I mean, that's working pretty well. Very nice, actually, yeah. It's kind of funny that Robo-Dash can be canceled, so you get some cute conversions off of that. But yeah, item super, not the best roll, but might be good enough here. Horse, 5H FRC, a lot of damage here. Very high heat.
To this time around, Benfish was able to navigate through. You pointed out that heat, though, manages to get through before it becomes an issue.
That's not a combo I get to see very often. Yep, Scalpel, dangerous, so much meter now. Conversion here, though, actually was at JP. The kind of awkward usually to convert like that from Faust, but ElvenShadow doing a good job here. Again, just robo-dashing is the game plan.
ElvenShadow biding his time, gets that scalpel thrust again, has been very good at baiting Benfish into not thinking about that because he's pulling so many items.
That one's pretty good here. We've got two little guys on the ground, but jumps over. Negates so much of the value from that burst. Oh my god, the hidden missile! Anti-air 2K though works out, takes the burst. Yeah, you cannot burst there. Gotta be careful. Just runs clean under, jump cancels to avoid the missiles that track.
And now you're once again in this comfortable ElvenShadow place. Kind of locking you down. Needs to make something big happen. Has a lot of meter to work with, though.
Same side gets blocked.
That's a lot of meter for Benfish. Can you make something happen with that?
Gonna jump over again, but catches with the far slash. That's not a great item. But I think Elvin's gonna try and chip out here. There's so much meter. Yeah, wow, and just J2K to finish it off.
I'm loving ElvenShadow's neutral rotation of you've got the basic stuff of the items, forcing Ben to kind of poach a little bit closer to you in the neutral to prevent you from pulling those for free, and that's when the scalpel thrust comes out.
Oh, just a little too late on that Robo-Dash input, I think. That seems to be the main game plan here from Ben, is if we can get this Robo-Dash, that basically beats everything Faust can really do. We have to time it right. We have to really line it up. Yeah, 6P not going to work out.
So there it is. Again. Yep, right there.
We have meter. Now last time, there we go. Yeah, I was going to say last time the guard cancel kind of negated a lot. We have so much meter though, we need to use it because I think that's been a problem with Benfish's game plan is that he has not been able to really convert off of that meter. This is awkward.
Ben playing around the scalpel thrust better now. Has avoided 2 of those in a row. Let's see if we can continue that or if Elven is going to start pushing forward.
Has to 6H because I think he is too high. Huge.
That's the third one. Keeps calling out these scalpel thrusts, whether it's positioning or timing.
Yeah, another hidden missile though. Oh! And yeah, I don't think Ben was ready for that poison. ElvenShadow gets meteors. Here they come. I could not tell if that was the instant overhead or just he got hit, but it might have been TKJK or TKJK.
Now,
oh no! Yeah, this is not great.
ElvenShadow items. This had to happen eventually. Pushing him into the corner. The bomb going to also set him up for success here, but he gets out. Ooh, the cross-up. I like that.
Yeah, ElvenShadow aiming to neutral jump. It doesn't really seem like ElvenShadow is really trying to hard counter the Robo-Dash strategy. Just playing around it, honestly. Just being like, okay, I just won't be here.
Okay, burst. Yep. Resets the neutral, but Benfish is so far behind right now. One scalpel thrust combo could do it.
All right, what's he going to do against Robo-Dash? It's coming, right? Oh, never mind.
Oh, Robo-Ky's coming.
Huge jump in. No burst? Yeah, he's looking for a burst or something. Missiles? DP! Oh, yeah! You got to watch out. Level 3. And ElvenShadow sitting up a little bit straighter. I think he was expecting to sweep this, and Benfish.
Now he's going to lock in. I do respect that he saved his burst there, right? He's not trying to do some of those don't drop around kind of things. Instead, playing to the smart win conditions in a good situation right now.
Okay, super again. It's poison in the mini Faust.
Maybe just to get the food as well.
Oh no, the OTG. That kind of works out.
Ben being forced to respect against his will. And the meteors coming from the sky, trying to close it out.
A low
force the burst, but he's still alive.
This is pretty over. Okay. We might just...
We're in Magic Pixel territory right now, but he fights back. Has not given up hope.
What the... Oh.
Okay, there it is.
All right, good stuff from Benfish, but ElvenShadow, yeah, too clean. Just did a really good job of being like, all right, you might have like a ton of meter, but I'm just going to not be there, I think.
Yeah, I'm just leave. Yeah. I don't need to engage with this.
Yeah, really good stuff from it.
This is your reason.
We got the fist bump there. We're going to be going into this. It's Deft on the Millia, Dreamer on what looks like the May. Dreamer also a player who does play a bunch of different characters, but it looks like they're going to be sticking with the May. So, interesting matchup here. May is actually kind of a character known for clobbering you in the air, but she herself doesn't really have that much like anti-air game outside of like just hitting you first. So, the result is like this might be difficult for Dreamer if he can't stop Deft from just being a terrorist on the air. Very nice XP.
Ooh. And so far, it's looking a little bit that way, isn't it? So much damage right off the bat. You just get a Vortex a single time and is struggling to keep up. Okay.
Oh,
starting
nice punish.
I like the movement feints.
Yeah, that was Force Break Dolphin starter on the burst punish.
This is kind of the name of the game, right? May does so much damage when she finally does get her hit. So the onus is really on Millia to, when you get that Vortex started, never let it go.
Yeah. JK, very good normal, but can't get it. It's actually awkward for Millia. I wonder if is Sweep just the best thing she could be doing there? Because you're in counter hit state off of that slide. It's very, very minus, but from that distance, it's kind of hard for Millia to convert, even with a counter hit. I'm not sure.
Both players really trying to use their movement tools heavily in the neutral right now. Both very fast. Of course, Millia has more air dashes. She has more opportunities to mix up. But I've been impressed with the way that Deft has been still keeping Dreamer on their toes.
Blocks TK bad move, though. What a block. Oh, huge. Yeah, Sweep. Sweep is low-key and pretty good normal. Nice. Gets a hard darn down from Restive into Oki here, maybe. Yeah, was looking for a dead angle. Did the 2P, but wow. Sweeps into... disc. It's going to actually lead to a good amount of damage here for Deft, but still gets chipped out. And like I said before, using the FB Dolphin is a really good way to just force the issue. It is like the OG. Well, it's not OG because you don't always have it, but a very good neutral skip option.
Yes, it is. We're seeing so many feints in the neutral. Speaking of neutral skips, like the dash up FD breaks over and over and over, both trying to bait each other into doing something preemptive.
Oh, wow. I think just confused the Dreamer so much that Deft just ended up doing land close slash. Good knockdown here. Yeah, uses it in order to get this mix up. You get like 2 to 3 gapless. Yeah.
And there's the Vortex. Did not drop the Vortex this time around. and Deft just has to hold that.
IDJP actually gets a full conversion off this. Great stuff. Similar thing.
Well, we've seen this before.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Okay, what's the adaptation? Just try to jump out immediately, get stuffed back into the corner. Good awareness from Deft, that double backdash, giving you the positioning to fight back.
Yeah, Millia's backdash is really good, one of the best in the game. Top class frame data, moves you a lot as well. Oh! All right, anti-air. Yeah, spends 25 to get this extension in the corner. Oh, RC's, okay. That 3K, wasn't sure that's gonna work out, but did kind of save Dreamer a little bit there.
Dreamer being forced to really hard commit to get out of the corner.
Hard
Gets
the burst.
Burst does not come out, however. And now the throw, gonna set up the pressure once again for Deft.
Yeah, there's the burst, works out. Look, very late down burst. Huge counter hit. Yeah. The Deft, wow, Dolphin. Oh, we just jumped out of that setup. Oh my god, non-counter hit though. Neither player can get the full confirm to close this out, but it is very scary for either player here. Or yeah, like one person is Dolphin, but you know Millia also has Pin, and I think in a fight where damage isn't that important, Millia is kind of top class.
Yes, yes, she is. Millia is such a scary character in the movement game.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Even with the late bad move, that's still not a hard knockdown versus May.
Finally, we get the burst bait.
Yeah.
Been hunting for that, but they haven't been able to find it until now.
Got so much damage off of basically that combo dropping. Oh, yeah. You're just dead. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's it.
May round. All right.
Quick round.
Yeah. And now, match point, actually, for Dreamer. Not what I would have expected going into this, but Dreamer is just playing out of his mind. Impossible Dust combo here into the corner. That is a great place to Impossible Dust. Doesn't get the rest of it. But, okay, the pin's been used. And look at this life deficit here from Deft.
Yeah, there's just been so many situations where
there it is.
Dreamer's been able to escape the pressure and is getting
dead.
More off of
Wow,
conversions
Dreamer
just like that.
Takes it into top 8 over Deft. Crazy match.
Just getting more off of conversions.
Yeah. I mean, Deft's ass beat outside earlier today, so you know, like.
Oh yeah, I had to walk like a mile from my hotel. I was struggling.
I would not do that.
In the snow, uphill both ways.
Yeah, I would not. You would not catch me doing that.
Well, as we get into this match, I checked, and we've actually got 184 people.
Oh wow, misread.
In this
crazy,
bracket.
184.
And we've whittled it down to like 16-ish, as we've got Hotta and TJ Brown back at it again.
Now, Hotta is playing versus TJ Brown's Testament. Hotta gets to play versus one of the strongest Testaments in the world, Cascade, all the time. It's like, kind of those two are the guys going back and forth in Tokyo.
Yeah, knows this matchup.
Yeah, so definitely knows this matchup here. I'm excited to see what he'll show us versus TJ Brown. But the offense here from Hotta. Yeah, it turns out like you don't need to be a zoner if you just have a good overhead and all your combos are knockdown, you know what I mean? Like, oh wow, that was like, yeah, he's using that to try and bait out the anti-air 2S. Testament has a really good 2S anti-air, but it is very long recovery, so you can definitely whiff punish it if you try and do something cheeky like that Air Michael FRC.
At the moment, it does feel like Hotta is a lot more comfortable in the matchup. We see TJ Brown trying to throw out the more traditional poke tools. We see the EXE Beast, etc. But Hotta's willing to do stuff like that, jump in, be super aggressive, and TJ doesn't immediately have answers for it.
All right, knockdown again here. It's the mix. Oh, wow. Ivy throw here from TJ Brown. Trying for that JK in air, yeah. So we're seeing Hotta's getting away with a lot of air approaches. So TJ Brown needs to kind of figure out how to stop Hotta from just jumping. Oh! One step ahead again, Hotta. Just hard reading that EXE Beast. Very on top of this.
Pretty comfortable game number 1 for Hotta.
Yeah, I think this matchup can be pretty tough in spots for Justice too, because she's very immobile, and like especially if you jump in the wrong spot and Testament does EXE Beast, you kind of have to hold it. So like lack of mobility is exactly what Testament is hoping for, right? It's like
And Hotta's doing a good job of shutting down the nets as well. We see TJ trying to put those nets up just to make it more difficult to jump in, but Hotta's spacing has been really on point on the approaches. Activate the net, still get to go forward.
Yeah, I mean, oh, okay, yeah, late burst timing worked out there. Yeah, Jay has to clear the webs. We're still at FB. Still has to lose neutral though, so TJ Brown needs to close this out. Can't really do much with the curse on us. It's gone. Uh-oh, FD third, yeah. TJ Brown saying, well, I have this 25-meter option that kind of wins neutral for me, so maybe we should use some of that.
A stall with the Michael sword there. I like the idea from Hotta, but TJ Brown is finding the adaptations.
Yeah, this is a rough spot. That's, oh, use dead angle to not get cursed. Wait a minute. Hotta's down on life, but TJ Brown just kind of letting Hotta jump all over her. Overhead gets blocked. Oh no, the counter hit though. You're dead? Oh, the burst, but the super to whip punish. Yeah, Hotta was so ready. That's something I'm sure he does all the time is, yep. And even if you burst. Back piece cancel, gets forward jumped. But TJ Brown trying to catch Hotta in the air, but you'll notice Hotta is just being very tricky about when he times his double jump, when he uses air Michael, when he chooses to super jump. So even with these just basic tools, it's good enough that it has been giving TJ Brown a very hard time just stopping this Justice from approaching. And you complain about your character not getting it. You, Mr. who watches the stream and feels like Testament is impossible to get into. Look at this guy just only has double jump, no air dash. He's just getting it on Testament.
The reaction time as well from Hotta knows exactly what he's looking for. TJ Brown finally found an opening and instant burst.
It's
back in the corner.
It's cooked. I mean, you had no meter. How do we do this here? Oh, God. Here it comes.
You get
you
put up
actually
your
going to get chipped out there. There was actually pretty much, I think, nothing you really do about that spot. So, good stuff. Hotta into winners. And TJ Brown, it looked very tough, but you know what? When you fight somebody who's like the best Justice on the planet and he fights the best Testament on the planet, like, you know, all the time, very rough, very rough. Don't think TJ was very excited to see that. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Testament versus Zappa. All right. Gatchaman getting away. But, oh, no, yeah. Trying to summon at neutral by whiffing the centipede, but GGACR one step ahead with back beast. Yeah, from this kind of distance, Zappa kind of has to run at you, otherwise you're going to eat back beast. That's why you see GGACR planting that low, the P-skull.
There's just so much pollution to get through if you even want a chance. And the problem here is trying to get your summon set up right. You get a hit a single time, it goes away. So Gatchaman just needs to find the opportunity to do both at the same time.
Like, the thing is, even if you lose neutral to normal mode Zappa, I mean, the worst case scenario is he's going to throw you, right? Like, you can't really do much else.
Right.
You get hit by dust, so.
Does get the sword out. But again, like, you need to get your summon out, and then you need to get in the same breath. And GGACR is preventing that from happening very well.
Oh, no. Forgot about Stormy. That's going to be a problem. Oh, the double hit. Not what he expected. All right. This is probably going to be where we wrap it up here, but Zappa is kind of tiny, so, oh, yeah.
There we go.
Was able to actually avoid FB Skull for its entire duration, but. Round start 5-8.
Instant aggression coming out this time from GGACR. I think Gatchaman getting a little bit desperate on the round start, feeling like I need to get in, but get in you will with the burst bait.
Yeah, that was not get a full extension from Dog. Okay. We have a chance here. There's a tree. What are you going to do about that? You gotta jump over it. Or just fight. I don't know. Oh, almost got combo in that tree. Yeah, we did see Gatchaman try and fight back with sword, but even at max range, Testament has options, so.
Ooh. Using that FD, trying to limit the amount of mix-up Testament has. There's your opening. That's your opportunity to get in, but great reaction from GGACR.
This is so much damage to the poison is running the whole time.
The classic scenario. Finally, it's my turn.
He's dead. Oh, no! One chance here for GGACR. Warrant RC.
And there's
chip
the tree.
Damage, yeah.
Been waiting for that tree to hit. It finally finds its mark. But yeah, that classic scenario, you finally get in, and your opponent pulls out their Ex Machina because they know you are not giving up this chance. You are going to swing, and then out comes the super, and it's their turn again.
A pretty good super by all standards. I mean, actually, you know, on average, supers in Plus R are not very good. I mean, that's part of why they made, like, 50-meter RC so much better in future Guilty Gears. Like one of the design choices where they didn't really like how supers were kind of, and 50-meter RC were kind of weak in this game. So in future Guilty Gears, you see a lot more emphasis on them. Oh. Yep. There's a pretty clean round here from Jacob Pat. Just ran the trait, Gatchaman. You know, it's been looking like a bit of a struggle for him to put the whole plan together.
Changing the tempo as well is Jacob Pat. Started out kind of slow, got some data collection, and is now being a little bit more aggressive with the pressure strings, setting things up closer to Gatchaman.
Yeah, round star 5 H is also just been working out really well. Uh-oh, okay. Yeah, gets the anti-air. Oh, down burst to avoid the curse, but still ends up getting cursed. So good situation here. Yeah, Gatchaman needs this. This is like it's the best situation he's gotten this whole set here. And there is a curse on Jacob Pat, so you can't really do that much. Yeah, Nightmare Circular gonna make him block, but uh-oh, got tagged low. Got tagged low again.
Both of them get away with it, but Gatchaman definitely worse for wear. Yeah. And the final opening is found. Jacob Pat finds their way to winner's side top 8.
Yeah, it did look like a struggle for Gatchaman to just try and get something going. Again, at normal mode, Zappa, it's pretty tough against most characters. You're trying to zone him out with Far Slash, the Spit, which can be a pretty good game plan versus a lot of the mid-range characters, but when you're fighting against a character like Testament, it's really not good enough, so you feel pressure to get a summon out, but the problem is to get a summon out, you need to do Centipede, and it's pretty long recovery.
Yep.
And normally against some characters, you can just back off and try and do it. But against Testament, you always run the risk of just getting called out by back EXE Beast, and that is just not a great place to start.
Testament's pressing buttons.
Yeah, so that happened a decent amount, and that really just gave Gatchaman a tough time to try and figure out like how I'm supposed to just even get to a spot I can attack well on. But coming up next here, we got Soup versus ElvenShadow. So Soup, definitely the definitely the most active Dizzy player, I think, right now, especially in terms of high placing. Like, Soup's just been doing really well. Really sick player and really good at making the character look nasty. So we'll see whether he can do it versus ElvenShadow.
And this is the last of the winner's side top 8 qualifiers. Loser's side is still catching up. They're in losers round 4 right now, so just slightly behind. We'll be probably flowing through some of the losers qualifiers after this, which has me excited. Yeah. Because I love when two people are going head-to-head for the right for top 8 or elimination.
Absolutely.
The amount of pressure in those last hit situations.
So we're going to see Faust versus Dizzy. This is a weird one. Faust versus Zoner in general is usually very interesting because of the way Faust functions. And whenever you see two long-range characters, it's often about who gets the tempo advantage by poking first. So if Dizzy can get a fish out, for example, it's pretty miserable for Faust. But if Faust can simply hit Dizzy first with, you know, stuff like his Far Slash, then it starts to feel awkward for Dizzy. So we'll see how this actually goes here. And the end result can be that sometimes you just like both run at each other because you guys are both anticipating trying to get the jump on the other person, and it can look really aggro instead of like, you know, zoning. Not a good burst here from ElvenShadow, but he kind of gets away with it. Yeah, run under. Spear is pretty tough to actually hit. Wow, oh, gets hit. Oh, no, you cannot burst that move, guys. Come on. It's 2026. We cannot be bursting Faust 2K.
Both of them giving up their bursts in times that may not have been the best. And both of them also having their opportunities to be the first with that tempo to get the setup.
Block 6H. Oh, wow, tried to throw an item out, but good dead angle. Oh, wake up 4-8. That was definitely just a back throw attempt, but ElvenShadow's, oh, no. No, wait, what? I was expecting the bomb to get absorbed by the fish, actually. All right.
ElvenShadow, narrow lead all the way through that round, got the first hit, and kept himself a little bit ahead in that tit-for-tat gameplay.
Yeah, huge tech buttons here. Same side gets blocked. Doesn't block that one, though. Uh-oh. I think that was a bit of a flub here from Soup. I thought that 5H whip was just like maybe some tricky frame kill into a ice spike or something, but yeah. Oh, what a JK! That's actually crazy.
Like, Soup does get out, sets up the bubble, trying to break free and looking for that opening, but ElvenShadow playing honest until finally the
there's
spike
a bomb,
gets
but that's not going to help. Yep, item in response doesn't get a good roll.
Ooh, great defense from ElvenShadow.
Coin. There it is. Not enough.
It's close. And
Whoa!
that'll do it.
Actually hit. Usually when you're like moving forward like that, it's fast enough to dodge the S door, but maybe because we jumped too and we just got hit that much earlier. I don't know, but we're seeing right now basically, while you usually expect Disney to be the one being like, oh, if we both have time, I get the advantage because I get to summon fish, but we're seeing that Faust just summons an item, and that is a good enough value on average, I think, that it's definitely been giving Soup a tough time. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, get off me.
Okay, good ice spike. FRC, just for advantage.
Ooh.
Yeah,
okay,
bit of a scramble.
Burst
Anti-air 2K, that's the workout.
Despite the burst, Soup was able to get out of the corner there, which is critical. Both of them is jumping at each other and getting these awkward trades, slightly in ElvenShadow's favor at this point.
Oh, frame trap, FB Pogo. Soup again with the wake-up back throw. He's getting away with it. Oh, the hammer. Oh, 1 step ahead. Bubble loop. Not enough to kill. So much meter. Unblockable.
It's down to the wire.
Oh,
using
the FB to kill the fish.
And ElvenShadow finds a way to narrowly snake his way through that and take game number 1.
Oh, yeah. I don't think ElvenShadow's going to let Soup get away with Wake Up 4H anymore, if I were to guess. Uh-oh.
Okay, finally, Soup has a strong lead. Let's see if we can finish this out.
Trying to jail
Start
Faust.
to get on the board.
There's a meteor, though. It came out. Should be guaranteed. Yeah, but the throw! And kind of the dead zone there, too.
Great timing there for
Cross
Soup.
up.
And manages to get around. We're still alive. Deep breaths from both sides, I think.
All right, here's a knockdown. Gets the instant air. Doesn't get the conversion, but gets a summon. You know, we'll take the food, I guess. Oh, my God. Doesn't get the air throw.
Forced to jump as well there to avoid his own bomb.
Just barely too far away from the fish. That's actually crazy.
Awkward situation for ElvenShadow. Soup has a chance to set up here.
There we go. Yeah, did angle. Has to deal with this annoying fish, though.
The notorious Oki is being notorious right now. Set up the bubble as well and trying to play the cross-up game.
There's a bomb. Not going to matter. See with the conversion. Gets anti-aired. Oh, the coin actually coming out. You need level 2? I don't remember how this
Can you find that last hit, ElvenShadow?
Nice.
And once again, it's the door that takes it. And ElvenShadow sticks from his backyard.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then he's got like rubber band stuff going on to make the joystick work. The stick does not work very well. It's terrible.
Oh, that's a little unfortunate.
But it does function.
All right, so here we go to the match here. Round start JK from VULTURE to lay the first. So JK is a very long air-to-air move. But it looks like, what deft impressed me the most about, I mean, I think you have to be a good Millia player to do this, but his 6Ps have been on point, and that is not that great of an anti-air normal compared to other characters' 6Ps. Like, it's kind of below average. So very nice JK though. Like, I mean, I shouldn't be complimenting a Millia player on their JKs. Like, that was evil, but you know. All right, hard knockdown here. Deft. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Double overhead air backdash in the corner. That was tight.
VULTURE just...
I don't know how consistently get a true conversion from that route, but that's sick. Yeah.
Justice has to play so smart in this matchup because you autopilot one time and guaranteed Millia is getting in on you, and you have terrible defense and she has great Oki.
Oh yeah,
and it's going to be a bad
2H anti-air, but and that is a good button, but pin is better. Oh, same side. I think he thought it was a cross-up.
Setting up more mix.
Yep. And so that secret guarded to counteract the full screen NB. It's one nice thing that Millia has here. Oh no, missed the air dash. All right. A bit of a scramble leads to the air throw here for VULTURE. OTG hit though. What the 6P hitting backwards? Love this game. Oh no!
Take that reversal opportunity here for VULTURE.
There's a frame trap FB Digitalis that's like not something you see these days.
And Deft.
Or sorry, Lust Shaker Fall, I guess. It is Digitalis, I think. I don't remember.
Deft comfortably taking game number 1 there.
Not great. Not great here for VULTURE. Deft kind of just rolling all over him.
VULTURE did get him in the corner one time, but Deft was able to extricate very quickly. Didn't end up losing too much health for it and continued to control the round.
The double jump, a little bit awkward here. Nice close slash from VULTURE. Uh-oh.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, okay. Secret Garden. FB's to get out because you basically can't really get like a true meaty Secret Garden set up from that kind of knockdown. So smart of VULTURE to recognize. Just is pretty big, so I assume you get really easy JD loops on this character as well. 1, 2, yeah, 6H from the knockdown here. One more hit can do it. Scary throw situation, yeah, run up throw. I mean, it's just guess for game, right? Is it strike or is it throw?
That's just brutal.
Yeah.
VULTURE has not been able to set up a single time. Like we talked about how smart you have to play, and deft is just a little bit further ahead, has so many answers to the default nuke setups, and VULTURE has not found a way around it.
Oh,
just faster. Right, you trade in that situation with the Secret Garden, and it makes it Millia's turn.
Uh-oh. Is Millia going to dizzy their opponent? Oh, no. Desperation Super not going to work out. There's a burst.
You tried.
Oh,
well. At that point,
VULTURE looked like
it's a little tough.
They were not down to try and win that one. You know what? That's really understandable. That's kind of CBT to try and win from 1 HP against Millia, even if you did get that burst out.
Zoning,
you can always
game plan.
You can always / warrant when you think Oren is coming, but don't think that's what we're going to see here, but I'll give someone $5 to do it on stream. How about that?
We'll see.
Yeah. Woocash can totally hear me right now.
Bro's ready to go.
He's like $5, bet.
We're doing the risk warm-ups. He's ready to do it.
All right. Here we go. That's our far slash.
Okay,
It's a good button. Oh, wow. Actually gets a full conversion. Was a black beat, but yeah, not where we want to be. What's going on? I was like, is this a button check? There's a double black beat here.
Woocash going crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately, the JD doesn't convert there. Yeah, IAD Tatami's a little bit too far. That forward EXE beast. There's a soccer RC.
It is just forever Wookash's turn right now. TJ Brown has barely gotten to press a button.
Yeah, that's like crazy. I don't know if that's actually what Woocash read, but delay Yozansen. TJ Brown is in trouble. That trade is not good for TJ Brown. Think you're dead.
Ooh, not quite. Runs into the net.
Double Yozansen. That move has very surprisingly low recovery. You can actually just kind of like Yozansen. Love the camera shot, by the way.
Woocash just held forward.
Yeah, that was actually a sick shot by the camera team.
Finally, though, it is.
Yeah, she's too short. She's too short. Oh no! So I think her standing animation might be too short, but that maybe the block animation's tall enough. There are strange differences between like block hurt box and regular standing hurt box in this game.
Forgot about the tree placement, and that gives TJ Brown the opportunity to recycle one more time, hit you with the net as well.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's the other nice thing. It doesn't matter if they can guard cancel if you simply do 50-50 overhead. Like if you do 6-speed, they can't guard cancel that. So
true.
You simply get hit. All right. I was gonna say Baiken is light, so it's a little easier to do Badland loops on this character. Important burst here. Yeah, we see Woocash is trying to use Tatami as a way to kind of negate EXE Beast, but I think Tatami has a lot more recovery than EXE Beast. So it's not really been working out.
Yeah, we got that Master Republic, though, which means we have more setup opportunities.
Use the K guard cancel backwards. It looked like a backdash, but that was not a backdash. He used it against the back EXE Beast. That was really funny.
Woocash struggling against the zoning tools. It seems like TJ Brown is starting to find the stride with that. Set up the nets, set up the beasts, and eventually TJ Brown is able to find conversions off of both.
Big smile from TJ Brown there. All right. Woocash also has an Anji. I don't think we're going to see it, but we do what we can to kill this character named Testament, I think. Or slash, still on the table, yeah.
Ooh, love the defense there from TJ off the beginning.
Use Sakura did work out, yeah. So Sakura is the straight stab, the S follow-up. That one doesn't have that much invulnerability, so you can often get hit in the middle of it if they just do a regular Gatling. Air reset into full combo here.
Really wants to make that map work. Not able to find it, though. And once again, Woocash is in like awkward spots in these neutral interactions, but this time had an early lead. Can you get enough out of it with one more neutral opening?
Gets hit by the overhead. Yeah, the Succubus was not expecting that. Tries to H cancel, but okay, there's one hit. Oh, huge carry hit, but not for C.
Caught by the net again. Flying to space, stalling out beautifully
there. It is again.
there.
Wait, we got RC for the win maybe there. It was maybe a hard-hitting burst, I'm not sure. Can still win off of this. Oh, goes for Warrens. Yeah. Woocash somehow is a genius with knowing when to do the run versus like knowing exactly when TJ Brown is going to do Warrant. Yeah, it does damage. Doesn't get the full conversion, but oh! Oh! Air hit.
Oh no.
It's a ground hit, but not as good as the air hit. Definitely wanted the air hit there, but
yeah, didn't get a great punish off of the burst.
Oh, nice anti-air 2S here from TJ. That did not look like it was going to work, but
Woocash has a lot of really good ideas when they are finally
Nightmare Circular?
It's just very difficult.
So much damage if we get the Badlands and we don't, but backwards Baku into Baku. Gets the follow-up, reset throw. Is it unblockable coming up next? Oh wait, sorry, it's the one we can't jump. My bad.
Can you find a way to extricate yourself?
Yeah, I was tripping. I'm not used to the colors, okay? I was really excited for a second. But usually when you see Baiken player, you're going to see the H-fob, or you're going to see the infinite counter hit one, or the you cannot jump or do anything, basically. You just have to sit there.
The early burst from Woocash does not want to deal with that.
Oh no, just ran
TJ Brown wins neutral again, though.
Oh no. Yeah, TJ Brown's struggling to convert against Baiken, though. There's a K follow-up again.
The early rounds where TJ Brown was able to get the setups going worked very well.
Oh no! There's still a web. Oh, okay, kills it with the. I think he also flubbed up the combo because he was worried about that.
Does get him in the corner, though. Opportunity to get back into this.
No, he's alive. Okay, yeah. Ran up 2K. I think Woocash probably just like maybe buffering Baku there or something. I'm not sure.
And even has the nets for insurance on the Oki setup. Great stuff from TJ Brown. Getting the first round of this critical game 3, this top 8 losers qualifier.
Woocash, what's going on? This is like running into stuff. I got hit. There's a web still. Yep, have to block it. Nice. Oh, didn't shake. TJ Brown, what could... Is that hitbox?
Ooh, I like the cross up there. Go for positioning instead of Oki. You want to hold center screen. TJ Brown fights back. Get the curse activated.
Tommy, there's a high. Oh, Warren, cross up. This should be it. I think with Chip, it's like very hard. Yeah, single crow touching the toe. Touching the toe for the chip out.
A very close set.
Yeah.
But finds the opening in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like having that much of an active local scene maybe before pandemic, but basically, yeah. So I mean, from like 2020, you know, whenever like 2020 to or whenever it got rolled back to like 2020, like 2-ish. You know, it's kind of like only T5 feels like. So I think because it just took a while for people to feel like the character was developed and knew how to do everything, and people used to think this character was kind of bad. So you know, like, all right, and right now. Izzy, though, like speaking of T5, let's talk about Izzy. Just kind of cooking soup in the corner right now, trying to let him jump out, but just the air dash.
You talked about being made of paper. Look at how much damage Soup took from that one opening combo plus set of Oki pressure.
Oh, JH in the full version.
Should be,
yeah, that's it. Yeah, the double air fireball. Yeah, didn't really mention it too much, but Kliff has huge air normals. It's very annoying for Dizzy to deal with that kind of stuff because even if you can only get love tapped in the dome, like for one hit, if you're in the middle of making a fish and that happens, then you lose all your tempo, right? So.
And we just saw another situation, right, where Soup tries to set up because Izzy is at like 3/4 screen.
Yeah.
And finds a way to just break through anyway with those big buttons.
Yeah, Izzy kind of went for it with air drill. Good damage here from Soup.
Ooh, where we dropping, boys?
All right, secures the fish. Gets a throw. There's a lot of resources just to get a throw, but there it is. Yeah. As you can see, it's Guilty Gear, so it's a game sometimes where it's like, the first hit doesn't really matter, but the second hit's going to do a ton of damage. Oh, juicy jump in. Yep.
That's a big opening. Does force the block on Wake Up, which pushes you all the way into the corner. And now Soup has that win con set up. Hold these spikes, hold this fish.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, doesn't get anything off of that J2S, but Izzy's trying to get something happening, but Soup has to kind of bring in the fight to Izzy here. Yeah. All right. Soup. It looked really bad for Soup in game 1, but
it did.
Once kind of Soup had a handle on things. Is he pondering a bit?
Yeah, is he hitting us with a
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot to think about here because you did so well in round 1 and then you just got out-adapted. We saw Soup calling out a lot of those options and doing better at creating the Oki scenarios.
Okay. Yeah, there's that IDJS.
And we're slowing it down.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Panic Gold Burst, I've seen Izzy do this kind of a lot, actually. And it usually works out. So, you know, I mean, I think we're pretty happy. That's probably her, what, 90% hit rate maybe with Gold Burst in top 8 or something like that. Done a lot, 80% maybe, so pretty happy with that. But not going to work out regardless. I think this round's a wash, and Izzy...
Yeah, that was a little tough.
Yeah, not having a good time with it right now. That Gold Burst does not help.
I love that super close-up, by the way.
Yeah. Soup.
The emotions of a champion.
Oh, sweet. That's an opportunity. Okay. Oh, couldn't punish the burst.
Okay. I like the mix-ups and the rotation of projectiles from Soup as well, just making it difficult for Izzy to get something started. However, Izzy does get it started.
Oh, spends the meter here.
You got your
one in close slash.
You can't drop this corner pressure. Unfortunately, though, does drop it. Soup gets out, gets to set up the bubble, which means you get to set up the fish, which means you continue to set up, push him into the corner. So much pressure off of a single slip.
Yeah, just tries to lead back, get the sweep knockdown, has to block the fish though. No meter for either player. That's something that I think you're happy with this Dizzy. Is this enough? Just, yes, with FRC extension. Good stuff, wow. Good stuff from Soup.